Welcome everyone to episode number 4 of Wrestle Theme Reviews. I am Cornshaq.
And I'm File91e.
I can't believe you're back this week.
I am back and I told you, full force.
Anyway, this week, like every week, we're going to review 3 random wrestling themes from the world of professional wrestling.
What about amateur wrestling?
It doesn't count. They don't have it in there. They don't have it in the Olympics. It doesn't matter. They don't have wrestling themes.
Yeah, they should.
It would definitely make it better. I think MMA kind of bridges that gap because you still have the amateur fighting, whatever. It's real, but you do have themes that go along with each person's entrance, like a boxing match. However, it doesn't really matter what theme you come out to. You can come out to Metallica or the latest hip-hop track. It doesn't matter. If you get knocked out in 10 seconds, then you get knocked out in 10 seconds. At least in wrestling, even if you have a great theme, you may be a main eventer, even if you physically are incapable of fighting.
Well, alrighty then.
So let's hit random button on our player and see what we get first.
Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, well, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, you're going to know it 1 second into the song. You'll know exactly what theme it is. So yeah, that was one of the many instances of Chris Jericho's theme. He's had that theme pretty much his entire run in WWF, WWE, whatever.
Well, you can hear, I mean, obviously, it evolved over time. It's the same basic thing, but it evolved over time. The
small edit still makes it interesting. It's still a great theme. It's one of the best. I'm going to say 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. I mean, I think there's other ones that I would give a 9, but I'll give this one an 8. It's just his theme, I mean, you can't really get.
When you hear it,
better.
that is Jericho.
Yeah,
that's what goes with Jericho.
Gotta love that countdown sound. I waited my whole summer or whatever it was. It was like, what is the millennium? I was like, wait a minute, the countdown clock's wrong for WWF. I don't get it. Oh, it's Jericho. That's nice.
And that was one of the best entrances into wrestling, jumping from WCW to WWE. That was one of the best jumps.
Yeah, you know who didn't make the jump?
Who was that?
Ralphus.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the most disappointing things about Jericho and WWF. They didn't bring Ralphus. But the whole thing with the Fink, when he was training the Fink to kind of be his lackey, it was kind of good, but Gap Tooth, No Teeth, Ralphus, Norman Smiley feud, stuff like that,
Ralphus, where are you?
Where
are you, Ralphus?
I'm not saying he's dead. We're going to get through one episode with someone not being dead.
Are you dead?
Good. Calling out to old blank wall. So anyway, let's hit the random button and see what we get next.
Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, God.
Yeah, it has one of the worst intros. However, it gets your attention. And if he had actually lasted more than probably a year in WWF, you would probably know what it is.
Don't try and put this over.
Shut up.
God, that sucked. That really sucked. What was that in the beginning?
That would be nails on a chalkboard.
Oh,
because it was a teacher gimmick, get it? He's higher learning, so it's this more thing, kind of like a Gladiator theme, but it's not Farouk Assad's theme.
Oh, it still sucks.
Does it?
It still sucks.
If he had actually lasted longer, that annoying beginning, at least you knew it was Dean Douglas coming out. Now, if you don't know, Dean Douglas is Shane Douglas, running WWF in 1995, had a feud with like Razor Ramon and stuff. Didn't really last too long. He hated WWF at the time before he jumped back to ECW. Mm-hmm. However, he had a teaching background, so they gave him a teaching gimmick, and thus we got that.
Yeah, kind of like Matt Striker, only, not as
That's
successful.
an interesting thing. Whose career as the teacher gimmick lasted and was more important into their in-ring persona? Because Matt Striker, I think, has turned into a decent manager, and now he's pretty much a decent color commentator on ECW. However,
Sure.
Dean Douglas is now Shane Douglas teaching school in Pennsylvania again.
Yeah, well, different strokes for different folks.
So, what are you going to give this theme?
I'm going to give it a big old 3.
3?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a 4.
Yeah, well,
I like the music. I like that. And then again, I'm a video game fan. I like those more epic style themes. And I think this one is pretty decent to listen to. Get rid of that beginning part. It's not bad to listen to. It's a calming, nice theme.
Cool.
So I say a 4.
Cool.
So let's hit the button again and see what we get for our third and final theme for this week.
Yeah, this is all right. This is cool. It was a decent theme. I mean,
Yeah, you're really not going to know this one. However, you do know who it's for because of the intro. It's one of those ones where they were testing out the theme, getting it going, figuring out where they were going to go with it.
Yeah, you'll get whiplash listening to this.
I think you better recognize. I think you better recognize. I think. I think you better recognize. I think you better recognize. I think you better recognize.
So yeah, that was D'Lo Brown. That was one of his early singles themes when he was first getting established as a singles competitor in WWF. They didn't know it wasn't quite to, down with the Brown, get, the real deal now theme that we knew D'Lo Brown with. He really didn't have a gimmick at that point. He was just, hey, I'm D'Lo Brown. I was a member of the Nation. Ahmed Johnson, Pearl River plunged me on top of a car.
Is that what it was?
That was his gimmick before that.
Sounded like a 70s porno music.
Yeah, it really does. But that was probably what they were going for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember he was with Ivory, if you remember her.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Yeah, he was with Ivory for that.
I don't know. I don't think that was with this, though. I think that was later on. That was with Mark Henry, and they were both managed by Ivory.
Yeah, if you didn't get the whiplash comment, D'Lo Brown shakes his
when
head
you think of
constantly.
D'Lo Brown, in just general, it sums up his career as his head shaking and that vest he wore for like 6 years, like the Bob Orton cast. D'Lo Brown had the vest that helped him with the lowdown, his frog splash finisher. Yeah, so what are you going to give this theme?
I'm actually going to give it a 5. It's a pretty generic theme. Not anything special. It has a good beat to it, but it has that 70s porn overtone. And it's just, you're like, eh. But he's had a better theme.
I'm going to say 4 just because they really didn't know where you were going with it yet. It's good, but you can only listen to it for about the 30 seconds it would take him to get down to the ring, because other than that, it just kind of repeats. There's not those arcing moments that makes the song more interesting.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that's it for this week.
We're going to wrap up another episode of Wrestle Theme Reviews. I am Cornshaq.
And I'm File91e, and I didn't say anything bad this time.
I say we got through one episode without any sexual innuendos. Congrats.
Wait till next week.
So anyway, we'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, we hope you enjoyed.